Good morning, everyone. This is Dr. Umama Ghazal, and today in this video, we will talk about the applicative part of conductors, semiconductors, and insulators. So, we all are aware about the difference between conductors, semiconductors, and insulators. But what are the physical applications or the real life applications where you can see easily the working procedure of conductors, semiconductors, and insulators? Before going further, materials which are commonly used in electrical and electronic engineering can be classified as conductors, insulators, and semiconductors. Or you can say the substances which allow the flow of current are called electrical conductors, and the conductors which are broadly classified in two categories: metallic conductors or electronic conductors, or electrolytic conductors. When we are talking about conductors or materials, these all are said to be the electronic materials. Materials which are classified in these three categories depending on the magnitude of their conductivity. And metals and their alloys have very large conductivity, and then they are said to be the conductors. So conductors are possessing a very low resistivity or resistance or electrical resistance, and are available in a large variety having different properties. They also possess the number of valence electrons which is less than 4, and the valence band and the conduction band overlap each other. For example, copper, brass, aluminum, silver, gold, bronze, etc. Semiconductors are the materials which possess the electrical resistivity in between that of conductors and insulators, and they are used for the manufacture of diodes and transistors, and also the number of valence electron is equal to 4. So there is a small forbidden energy gap of about 1 electron volt between the conduction and the valence band. And some of the examples are like carbon, silicon, and germanium. Or in a normal language, you can say that semiconductors can allow or suppress electrical current to flow. Now coming to insulators. These are the kind of materials which do not allow current to pass through them without any appreciable loss. And they have very high electrical resistance. Because of that, they are also available in a large variety to cover different applications. Some of the specific insulating materials are used for the purpose of storing of an electrical energy and are called dielectric materials, such as mica, ceramic, paper, etc. And these materials are used as dielectric in capacitors. The number of valence electron is more than 4, and the energy gap between valence and conduction band is very large. So these are some of the examples of your insulators, which are mica, rubber, ceramic, glass, diamond, wood, plastic, etc. Certain non-metals are also coming in the category of the conductive one. So like carbon black, graphite, and some organic polymers are also electronically conducting materials. So these are polyphenylene, polypyrrole, polythiophene. These are coming in the category of the non-conducting materials, and which are organic polymers also, and which are said to be non-metals or non-conductors, but they are having the efficiency to generate electronically conducting uh, property. So, a substance like glass, ceramics, and have etc. having very low conductivity are known as insulators. And some of the substances like silicon, doped silicon, and gallium arsenide having conductivity between conductors and insulators. So that's why they are said to be semiconductors and are important electronic materials as well. Now coming to this point, why are semiconductors important? We cannot buy semiconductors directly from the stores, but semiconductors are possessing various electrical means applications in various electrical appliances, and that is very important to understand. So the one example like temperature sensors which are used in air conditioners are made with semiconductors only. Rice cookers cook rice perfectly because semiconductors control the temperature precisely. CPUs, which operates personal computers, are also made with semiconductors. And efficient logistic systems, which help save energy and promote the preservation of the global environment, that is also based on semiconductors. Many digital consumer products in everyday life, such as mobile phones, smartphones, digital cameras, televisions, washing machines, refrigerators, LEDs, bulbs, OLEDs, are also used or made up of semiconductors. And in addition to consumer electronics, semiconductors plays a very important or central role in the operation of a bank ATMs, trains, the internet, communications, and other parts of social infrastructure, such as medical network, used for the care of elderly, among other things. So these are the areas, specific areas, where you can see the use of semiconductors in various fields. Solar cells, which is also the most commonly used semiconductor for the production of solar panel cells. Thermal conductivity, some semiconductors have high thermal conductivity or they possess high thermal conductivity, so can be used as a cooling agent in certain thermoelectrical applications. Now coming to the point, insulators. So these are some of the examples of the insulators which do not allow heat or sound to travel through easily. Because insulators are also divided into three different segments such as thermal insulators, sound insulators, and electrical insulators. Basic work of insulator is to may protect heat, sound, and the passage of electricity. Examples are like wood, plastic, rubber, gases and liquids, styrofoam, snow, dirt, fiberglasses. So these are said to be the common examples of insulators. But when we are categorizing insulators between three different segments, thermal, sound, and electrical, so these are used for various purposes in various fields. So thermal insulators like materials which don't transfer heat very effectively, wool, wood, and plastics are good thermal insulators. Sound insulators are very helpful to reduce sound energy, which is reflected by the room surface. And sound insulators include vinyl barriers that block noise from traffic, voices and music, foam cells that dampen noise, and it passes through multiple foam cells and acoustic tiles that absorb echo and minimize reverberation. Soundproof your doors, walls, and windows to absorb sound for quieter homes and rooms. Some examples like the soundproof or sound insulators are used as acoustic fiber panels, soundproof curtains, fiberglass insulations, and drop ceiling tiles. So this will be the last segment of this insulators, electrical insulators. Electrical insulators basically are said to be the non-conductors which are used to prevent the flow of electric currents. They must possess highly resistance, so includes mica, crystalline silicate minerals, glass, quartz, and solid ionic substances. The materials work by tightly binding electrons, so there is no electron flow between them and therefore no conduction can take place. Electrical insulators may be used for the circuit boards, high voltage systems as coating on electric wire and cable. So this is all about the brief introduction and some of the applicative part of conductors, semiconductors and insulators. I hope this video will help you to find out the various applications of these particular electronic materials. If you like my video, then please do subscribe this channel and share it. Bye for now.